Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this from the post-millennial. Indian actor on Schitt's Creek called out for having Indian accent. Well, if you thought 2020 wasn't going out with a bang, it's going out with a bang. But with a shit bang, if I'm going to be honest. And considering I'm somebody who recently got attacked for my accent, I find this hilarious. Obviously, the actor was born in Canada and things like that from Indian parents, so his chances of actually having an Indian accent is very little in real life, so much so that he doesn't have it. But that doesn't forbid him or doesn't prohibit him from actually doing the accent, not even if he was a white guy. And I'm looking at the guy who used to do the voice for Apu, and now apparently doing voiceovers, accents and things like that is considered racist. Anyway, I was recently the victim of faking an accent or something like that, or that I should change my accent. Well, that's interesting. If I could actually do a certain type of accent, Americanized accent or something like that, I'll definitely do it. But I think that's slightly above my skill level. The only accent that I can do reasonably or somewhat acceptably okay is an Indian accent, but that's because, well, let's just face it that in London there's a lot of Indians. Either way, that's the only one I can do, and my normal everyday, day-to-day accent, because English being a third language, that means and gives you a certain limitation at your skills in pronouncing certain words or things like that. But apparently some people are never happy. Either way, let's go and read the article. Indian-Canadian actor Rizwan Manji is facing controversy from social media users complaining about his made-up stereotypical Indian accent on the hit show Schitt's Creek. Oh, and by the way, I've seen his work on the shows and programs, and he is awesome at what he does. I love him. Manji portrays a recurring Ray Butani on the critically acclaimed sitcom, an eccentric jack-of-all-trades businessman who runs an enterprise that ranges from real estate to Christmas tree sales. This guy here, he knows his shit. He knows how to make money, and that's what you should do. If you need money or something like that, I had a chance. But then again, this is not the shithole I live in, it's not Canada or America, so the chances of you pulling that off is minimal. Yeah, let me put it this way, it will take you months upon months and a lot of bureaucracy just to get your business license in here. Anyway, the travel agent turned photographer and part-time closet organizer also processes paperwork in his office. In an interview with the Toronto star, Manji, who was born in Toronto to Indian parents, revealed that he came up with the character's accent on his own and did not believe the characterization was offensive. I agree. It's a very slight Indian accent, somebody who was probably raised in Canada but probably was born in India or Pakistan, Manji told the publication. He's right, people are allowed to have accents. I don't regret that because I think it actually works for Ray. He wasn't like everybody else in that town, he was from somewhere else. When he was cast, Manji recounted that producers afforded him free rein to develop his on-screen persona. At one particular table read, he tried out an accent similar to one he had performed in a previous role. Manji claimed the show stars and co-creator Dan Levy approved of the attempt. Levy even praised Manji's depiction of the commented, okay, let's go on. Acting, Manji accepted the roles available to him, playing convenience store clerks and cab drivers. The offers typically ask him to fake an Indian accent for comedic effect. We will joke about it. This is so offensive. This is so offensive. The Toronto native rebounded to the start. It's not like we didn't know. Mounted while approximate systems have involved using accent. He only employs them when he feels they are necessary to the character's portrayal. And now comes the cancel culture. One Twitter user lambasted the series, which prides itself on inclusivity. The thing that bothers me is the character of Ray Butani and his stereotypical Indian accent, the account wrote, still congratulating the Emmy Award-winning breakout comedy that just ended its 6-season run earlier this year. You know what? I think you're too triggered over nothing, if you allow me to say it. So, I'll do the best of the best thing, and I'm gonna go and trigger the shit out of you. So, I'm gonna read this tweet with my shitty Indian accent. Not shitty because Indian accent sounds shitty, I disagree with that. No, it's because I suck at it. So, here goes. I would like to start by congratulating at Schitt's Creek for their amazing wins at Emmys 2020, but I think I need to say this, considering it has been such an amazing show. The thing that bothers me is the character of Ray Butani and his stereotypical Indian accent. See? Let's continue. I like the character, but I don't understand the need for this stereotype. According to the character himself, he is from Winnipeg. Then why doesn't he talk like every North American character? I have known people who picked up the American accent quicker than the years Ray had been on the show. It's just that I expected this show to go beyond stereotypes of this show because I honestly love the show. Hilarious, isn't it? Look, people can live on some place 30, 40 years all of their lives. And if English wasn't their first language, they'll still have an accent. Some people are like that. You cannot just go on and blankly judge everyone by their skills on certain languages. You can't just go and do that. That's what an SJW do. They actually blanketly judge everybody. They are filthy fucking pieces of shit of racists. Then again, that one could also be an SJW, so... Because SJWs do not understand that people have different skill levels, people can act differently, can think differently. And they are allowed to have an accent, or they are allowed to even do an accent for comedic purposes, or things like that. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't make the person racist, it doesn't make anything bad. How fucking disturbingly stupid people have to be to actually believe that doing an accent is racist. Or doing an accent after someone has lived in the country X amount of years is idiotic because the person would have lost the accent. No, you bullshitting moron! Another Twitter user protested the criminal underuse of Manji's character, demanding a rewrite with 3 or 4 times as much of his appearance. Well, with that being said, I think we can go and do this. Remember, don't contact these people. Do not talk to them. Do not look at them. Do not even acknowledge their existence. Ignore them. Remember, because these people, if you go even slightly out of the narrative, even if you go just a little bit out of the narrative, they'll consider it harassment and a death threat, and they'll go on ape shit and on a cancel culture rampage. So please do not contact them, leave them alone. Okay? Alright, let's go. Another Twitter user protested the criminal underuse of Manji's character, demanding a rewrite with 3 or 4 times as much of his appearance. Alright, let's go and do it. The last season of Schitt Creek was wonderful, except for the criminal underuse of Ray. Ray Botany is one of the show's greatest characters. I demand a rewrite with 3, nay, 4 times as much. See? Now you sound much more interesting. An Indian actor playing an Indian man is under fire for having an Indian accent, questioned journalist Zaid Gilani. Absolutely correct. You cannot make this shit up. An Indian... Yes, apparently it's a thing that you need to defend if you're making an Indian accent, if you're from an Indian family playing an Indian man who migrated to Canada. Had he done the opposite and played a character who is completely Americanized, he would have been deemed whitewash. Poor guy can't win, end quote, Gilani pointed out, linking a viral comedy skit that shed a light on the ironic similarities between woke, white mob and racists they detest. Absolutely correct. This is Ryan's long video. I think you have already seen it. And it's great. He showed up multiple times on Team Pools in IRL, Teamcast IRL in fact, and it's awesome. And he's always on point on things like this. I think you should watch it. It shows exactly what these people are and believe. SJWs and the neo-Nazis and all the racist nobodies are exactly the same thing. The only difference is the target of their hate changes, one from white males and the other for Jewish. It's pretty much the same thing. And I think you should. I think you should watch that clip. So go on and look for it. When wokes and racists actually agree on everything. It's absolutely correct. Thank you, Zaid Gilani, for actually sharing and even promoting this video, because more people need to see it. They need to understand that these type of people are exactly the same shit. They're the exact same shit. The only thing that changes is the bag that is holding said shit. Nothing else is different. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell button down below so you can get a bit of a spam or flooding on your notification bell with one of my videos notifying, hey, watch my video instead of the other more famous YouTubers out there. I mean, I'm special. Look at me. Why won't you want to see more of my face? It's the question. Interesting, right? Anyway, I think that's about it. Oh, Happy New Year. Oh yeah, good night.